What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry there's been a delay in content. We just have some big moves going on behind the scenes, and I'm gonna put out a video probably in the day or so after you see this, kind of giving you guys an update on what's going on and what we have going behind the scenes right now. Pretty big moves for me personally, stuff that I've always wanted to do. But today's episode is going to be finally getting this engine in that. So right now I am putting on the new belt, getting that all situated. Just gotta get the tensioner and wrap that around. I got Dom coming over to help me, but as soon as that's ready, I'll be able to hook this up to the hoist and get this thing lifted up and get it on there. I just gotta put the passenger motor mount on so that once I level everything out, I can just bolt it to the frame. But should be fairly easy to get this thing in. I got to lift it up in the air. I still got a couple trans bolts and transfer case bolts I got to put in that are on the bottom. So I'll do that once I lift it up. But not going to do a lot of talking. Might get some time lapsing in because I really just want to get this thing in. I'm in sort of a time crunch, which you guys will know why in a coming video. So I just need to get this in the car so I can have the car ready to go. That's all I'm telling you guys. So yeah, I took the old wiring harness out and I took the other harness from my part out company, A Solutions. They hooked me up with a new to me, but used harness that's in really good shape. But yeah, I'm gonna open this garage, kind of tie some things out of the way and get ready to put this bad girl in. I'm probably gonna have to jack it up and rip the wheels off real quick, just so I can get the axles and stuff out of the way. But let's jump to it. We got a motor in the car right now, dude.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
That's big moves, bud.
It's actually going pretty smooth so far, though.
Yeah. The back side of that is a 19. That's what it was. So we're just getting this bushing installed on the trans mount and torqued in. Actually, I'm not going to really torque it yet because I still want to be able to, like,
Be able to move it a little for now.
Move it for the side piece. But honestly, all we really need to do is get this right here, down here. You can check it out.
Just line up those two top ones.
Yeah, you gotta get, oh boy.
Down a bolt.
Down a bolt.
You didn't need it. Spare parts.
Oh, we're going. But yeah, basically this needs to slide down in here. I gotta move some stuff out of the way, lower the transmission down, and align everything. And I got the mount over there hooked up just for now, just so we had one mount lined up. And then we'll get this one on. The rear mount will be easy. Once this is in, then you just tilt the motor,
Yeah,
and then it just goes. So we're gonna get this plate lined up, and yeah, my goal for this video is just to get engine to be fully bolted in and off the hook, and so we can start kind of putting stuff together. Be interesting. So we're gonna pop this on and we'll be back in a few. Okay guys, so engine is in the car, and I don't know where we left off specifically, but I'm hooking up all the little stuff that I can right now. I got the OEM Mazdaspeed6 slave cylinder. I actually bought a slave cylinder off of Rock Auto because I needed the boot and the pin and all that stuff, because the one on my OEM one tore and all that stuff, the boot tore and everything. So I trust the Mazdaspeed6 slave. I just cleaned it out, rebuilt it, and then I got Ray's Mazda parts upgraded clutch line that gets rid of this whole mess of loops and swirls and all that stuff. Cleans it up real nice. Now I'm going through and hooking up kind of all the stuff I can. I'm waiting on a new oil cooler to get here, and then I actually contacted Eric at Mazdaspeed Wire Tucks. This is one of his original wire tucks where he reused like the factory wiring and just like retucked it. And I also have one of his DI harness tucks as well. But if you notice, the DI harness tuck has like a couple pins that are pulling out and stuff. So I had him send me an entire new harness. He now makes them from scratch with all new upgraded wires and all that stuff. So I have a whole new ignition harness tuck coming, and that has the whole, I sent him my split-second controller. That whole thing got tucked. He cut new wire, or he cut off the old connectors because they were kind of ugly, and he didn't want anything coming out of his hands looking like that. So he actually replaced all the connectors for my PI, and the split-second controller is going to have like no mess of wires. Everything is direct plug and play. He even is sending me a plug and play little pigtail for the watt box, so you don't have to tie into the factory harness. Like, the whole works, the Lazy Boy special, and I'm super pumped for it because, as you guys know, I got a new engine harness from A Solutions Auto Parts. They had a really nice harness from a pull-off on a Speed 6 to replace the harness that I did have over here that had some sketchy wiring on it. So all the wiring will be straight in the engine bay and ready to go, and that makes me feel a lot better. There is some discrepancies, as I knew there would be. My downpipe will not fit with this manifold, and I kind of figured that would be the case because I had custom fabricated it for the other downpipe. So here are my options. To get this car up and running, I could refab a downpipe, which would cause me to have to bend out further and then cut back down, or I can go hood exit and full send this bad boy out the hood and have the wastegate like dump out the bottom still. Not really sure yet. This isn't a daily driver, so I might have some fun with it and do like a hood exit. But I know my buddy Chad at Racestetics has a AC line relocate kit that he is coming out with, which will get rid of this AC line up here, which will give me more room for the downpipe. So the AC line would in turn go from the fitting down here, and actually reroute down along the frame rail up to the actual AC compressor. So I need to get that because that's going to be essential for this. So you guys let me know down in the comments. A lot of people want full exhaust. It is cool, you know, I definitely like the full exhaust thing, so I'm going to definitely try to make this downpipe work. I'm going to have to utilize some pie cuts and maybe like a bend or two to get it where we need it, but I think it's going to work pretty well. I got to get the turbo on the way because I haven't ordered that yet, but like I said, I have a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you guys will find out about next video. So yeah, we're just going to continue kind of getting some things routed, hooked up. This whole area over here was a fuel cell before, so now my plan over here is to make a tab that comes off of like one of these and mount my catch cans right here, so it's nice and clean and easily accessible. And then I want to make some kind of like mounting plate to mount like the split-second controller here, so it's real nice and clean, and you know, keep this all open for serviceability. But I'm starting to hook up all the coolant lines and stuff like that and kind of route some stuff. Got my oil drain line coming up, my oil feed line coming up. So I'm kind of just like laying some things in place, trying to figure out the cleanest way to route everything and go from there. So I'm gonna keep buttoning some stuff up. I'll end this video at some point when I get to a stopping point, because I really can't button up anything up front here until I get this new wire tuck harness replacement in. And then once I have that in, you know, I can get my oil cooler on, put my dipstick in, and really start buttoning up the front end so we can get this thing close to the point of where we can fire it up, because there's really nothing else I'm waiting on to start the car. I do have to actually build the entire fuel system for the PI, but that's as simple as running lines all the way to the back and hooking up all the fittings and making some kind of plate for the fuel cell to rest on. So lots to do, not really anything too major though. We're gonna get as far as we can in this video, and then we'll stop, and then hopefully by the next time I film the next episode on this car, we'll have almost everything together and have all the parts we need to maybe get this thing fired up. I might just make a up pipe for the time being to get the car running, and who knows, I may keep it that way. I really don't know. I'll probably, you know, if I end up cutting a hood, I will get a spare hood just in case I go back to, you know, a full exhaust and make a downpipe at a later time. But for the sake of getting it running and tuned and on the dyno, you know, we may just run an up pipe for now. Who knows? It's the easy way out, so we'll see. I'm not sure. You guys let me know in the comments, but yeah, gotta get the starter on here and oil cooler with the oil filter and everything on there. And then my boy Mike Fotz is one of my, you know, longtime friends. He is a car audio and video guy. He's really good at wiring everything. I think I'm gonna have him wire in all my sensors to my new gauges, and I'm also gonna have him wire all the relays and everything for the fuel pumps to make sure everything's good to go, because I want wiring to be 100% good. My goal is to get this thing buttoned up and fired up, maybe have a few discrepancies, hopefully not many, and get this thing on a trailer to get over to Justin at FREEKTUNE to get this thing tuned. So lots of progress, boys. I'll get the new valve cover on here soon. I just gotta put the gaskets and everything on that one over there and get it on here. I'm just kind of leaving it the way it is right now because I don't want to damage or scratch the new one. And I got rags over this one so that nothing gets in the holes. So yeah, lots going on, but we're making good progress. Super pumped. I think after I get what I can buttoned up, I'm gonna get the axles into the trans and the transfer case and start wrapping up the suspension to get this thing as a full roller, because we need this thing to be wrapped up for what's coming, and I promise you it's gonna be sick. All right, so what I did to make this kind of clean, so all my vacuum lines here I ran kind of zip tied loosely together to run up to my manifold. I'll probably cut this one, I'll leave a little slack in there, but I'll probably cut it just a little short. And then what I did is I took this like factory plastic routing tube off the harness, and I have everything routed out of the way of the cables and tucked low, so that when I get my tuck harness from Eric, I can tuck everything down and run it, and this whole area up here will be available space. So this will be awesome. This is exactly what I envisioned and seen how I wanted everything. So I just need to hook up some wires, and what I'm gonna do is I'll get some loom, and run it through these wires so that they're covered, and get some tape over the loom. That way they're protected. And then the only wires that I need right here are from the watt box, and this will actually solder right into the pigtail harness that Eric is sending. So that'll be super easy. So then once Eric's wire tuck harness gets here, I'll have everything I need to hook up the wiring. So then I can get my oil cooler on, like I said, and start really buttoning everything up to get the front end back on and really start making this thing come to life. It's gonna be quick. Once I have everything here, it'll be real quick. Shift cables and stuff are all hooked up, tightened down, brackets are good. And then the only other plumbing I need to do is the rest of like the coolant system and then vacuum lines, and the only vacuum lines I have are from turbo, wastegate, and blow-off valve to hook up. So that's really easy. Blow off valve one's right here. That'll just go on when the intercooler stuff goes on. But yeah, just a bunch of little stuff, man. Honestly, this thing will probably come to life very fast in the next episode. So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably leave it off here for you guys. And next episode, I'll probably be putting everything like fully together and getting it that much closer to getting this thing fired up. I think the next video probably won't be a fire up video, but I'll have a lot more progress done and almost everything hooked up, kind of ready to go. And then I will shoot an email over to Justin at FREEKTUNE to get a base map so that we are ready and we can get this thing fired up. I got to get fluids in a couple things. I got to get fluids in the transmission before I put the front fascia on. I forgot to do that while I was out of the car, so I'll get some fluids in the trans, fill the motor up with oil, brake-in oil, and we'll be almost ready to rock, man. I'm pretty stoked. It's getting down to the wire now. Like it's coming along. So not many hard things left to do. So I appreciate you guys stopping in again. Hope you guys are enjoying the progress we have now on the Speed 6, and hopefully we'll have this thing up and running again for you soon. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'm going to be kind of revealing a lot of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes, and I hope you guys are going to be really excited for it and are going to jump on board to help continue to support us on our next chapter and journey that we are paving the way for. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hit that subscribe button and make sure your notification bell is on because you don't want to miss what's coming. Until next time, we will see you later. Peace.